It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway here on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions.
Two touchdown passes last week.
But when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Over the middle to Brown. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Levine. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Levine, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Las Vegas sending out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Cordell Stewart. And caught, right side, Green. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Now this throw caught left side, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off play action. Levine. He finds his man, complete. It's long. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there for the Raiders.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense for the Browns, they were very good in a victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
To throw on 2nd down, Levine. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down, Levine looking for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Not
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And able to get this out to the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Now he dumps this off over the middle and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
Stewart sets to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Green. And he's going to have a Browns Browns first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They'll run on first down. Haskins. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Let's go, let's go.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Going to go play action. Here's Stewart. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Throwing now, Stewart. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes his down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
The 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. From the gun on 3rd down. Levine. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw. And they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, Levine. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On the draw to give the carry. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Levine. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Here's Stewart to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talking about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Stewart on 1st and 10. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Stewart. Green brings it in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. And to give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Stewart firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he'll give it here to his running back. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. Now they'll run it on the toss. Shifts free at the 15. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Beautiful throw right there on third down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a first and goal at the 1.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back. But also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, Maybe slip.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Levine. He finds his man. Complete. That's long. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Levine. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stewart. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide down with a good gain. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some... And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Shrugs him off. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on here to punt it away. .39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, Stewart. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here losing in the 2nd quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Levine drops it off for carry. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
To throw is Stewart on 1st down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm looking at this one by defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the right side, caught by Green. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we
check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Le'Veon Bell, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And you can see there, it's the visiting LA Rams who have the lead in that one. The Rams locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half for the Raiders. And not much went right in those first two quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Browns, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the 3rd. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Looking to throw. Stewart. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's going to float this one deep right side. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there for Vegas. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Now a handoff here to his running back. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And to give this time to the tailback. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So then trying for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Stewart. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Play action. Stewart. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely 1st down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Stewart. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Looking to throw. Stewart. Dancing. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for
touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You've got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Extra point attempt to come here. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a play fake here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Second down at 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Levine. He finds his man, complete. It's long. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, carry. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Levine into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Throwing to start the drive. Stewart. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Stewart. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that is Allen, still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Looking to throw. Stewart. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw again. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A handoff as they run the counter play. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Levine. He finds his man, complete. It's long. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Back to throw. Levine. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick,
Don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's long. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Looking to throw. Levine. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I
Really?
want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. The Browns on 3rd down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now here's a carry heading left. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 52 yards on the ground for him so far. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Let's go, baby.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Right back to him on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They will throw on first down with Stewart. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the 22-yard line.
Stewart sets to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Stewart. Touchdown! A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Throwing on first down. Levine looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Levine on the completion. This is Carey. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Throwing now, Stewart.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they try the right side here. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. From the gun, it's Stewart. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. Its 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Levine. Throwing right, and that's complete. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.